If you believe the upper caste has always oppressed the lower caste, you are wrong, and here's why. Before you scroll and report this, before you assume what I'm about to say, listen to that sentence again. The upper caste has always oppressed the lower caste. Sounds anti caste, right? Sounds progressive and morally correct. But pause and look at the grammar. What does this sentence already certify as true? First, it certifies that caste exists historically and even today, yes. Second, it certifies something dangerous, that within this caste system there are legitimate categories called upper and lower. Even while condemning oppression, the system quietly approves that very idea that made oppression possible in the first place, that some castes are upper, and that's the smuggling act. You condemn casteism with one hand and with other you stamp the hierarchy as real. Yes, historically groups identifying as Brahmin Kshatri positioned themselves on dominant side of history or society. They used religion, institution and social control to oppress other for centuries. That history is undeniable. But watch the shift. We go from saying certain group historically created systems of domination to saying upper caste oppresses lower caste. That shift is not harmless. Now caste is no longer a historical mechanism, it becomes a present identity map. Upper people, lower people, upper caste, lower caste. It becomes this permanent strata. Even if you say you oppose it, you have already accepted it as a real hierarchy. And my friend, that is not abolition, that's maintenance. And this is where I start questioning people because every so called anti casteist influencer, especially those who constantly repeat and create content around ST, SC, upper caste, lower caste, uses the exact same framing, the same hierarchy, the same grammar. So I have to ask, if you truly believe caste should not exist, why do you keep thinking in caste? Why do you keep reinforcing the idea that some people are upper caste at all? A coherent anti caste position would sound very different. It would say something like caste was a historical system of power. It produced long term inequalities, and those inequalities still need to be addressed. But people today are not upper or lower by essence. The goal is not to shame the upper and to defend the lower. The goal is to destroy the very hierarchy. And you cannot dismantle hierarchy by speaking its language. So if you believe upper caste has always oppressed the lower caste, you are not wrong about history, but you are wrong how caste actually ends. Because future cannot be built using the grammar of hierarchy you claim to oppose by bifurcating society again into upper and lower caste. Thank you.